So what I'm going to want to do is start off with a bit of cereal box cards, and this is, let's get some measurements on the go. Should warn you, these are going to jump between metric and imperial quite a lot. So it's 5.5 centimeters long, and it's 22 millimeters wide. So 55 millimeters by 22 millimeters, I guess, is how I should word that. Going in the middle, yes, 55 by 22. And then what you want to do is at one end, come down and measure 1.5 centimeters or 15 millimeters in and draw a line. And then come in and put a little dot, and this is where we're going to jump, just because it's easier to do this in imperial. 1/2 inch there and 1/2 inch there. And just come in, just so you know, you're going to draw a line here, and these are where we're going to be scoring in a minute. Now, in between this middle one here, divide it up into 3 or 4 bits, and just roughly put some lines down there like so. And come in, here's my metal rule for this, and we're going to score some lines in now. I'm going to cut through, score these, and score these. But what you want to do here is, just like we did with the 3 lines, we're going to want to some rough guidelines. With a ballpoint pen, just come in, and because I don't want to score down, but what I want to do is just put a sort of line in here. Ballpoint pen, just so it's indented in, so when we paint that, that'll show up. So get a better score going on, and then you want to kind of fold it along the score lines like so. And what will happen is you'll form a cube, but with these score lines you want to bend it round. This will form the top part of the chest, the lid of the chest, and these will be the planks of wood here. So what you can do is do that, get those scored, and now get some super glue, and what you're going to want to do is come in, try these are really bent so you get a nice arch top, and you're just going to want a bit of super glue at the bottom here, super glue for time. You don't want to use hot glue gun because it leaves too much, and you just want to glue it into the bottom of the chest so it closes it up. Now what you want to do is get some offcut of 3mm chipboard, and what I've done at the front here, probably won't show up on camera, put a little R and a little L there, just so I know what's what here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to trace around this here. It's going to be quite difficult for me to do this on camera, just because I can't see what I'm doing. There's that one, I'll put that as R. And then to flip it over, just do the other side. Those, and I'm going to cut them out. Coming with some more super glue. Run it round the edge. Oh, get that on camera. Run it round the edge here, and then just glue the side that you've marked up, the correct side. Glue it into place. and then just repeat that process for the other side. What I'm going to do, just to make sure it's prominent, I've got a sculpting tool. I'm just going to go over these lines, just scoring into it now, just to deepen them up, and just score on each plank a sort of wooden texture, just little lines, just so it looks like a bit of wood grain. Right, next up, you want to get a strip of cereal box card again. It's about 3 or 4 mil thick. What you want to do is wrap it around here. So just to get the how much you're going to need. Make sure you get a nice good fit. Mark it off. And then just cut that out. And then again, using super glue, just going to glue that in place. And this is probably where you end up gluing it to your finger, not to the chest, because that's how super glue works. And as you can see here, I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit overhanging here when the glue has dried. You just snip that off, and then just do the same for the other side. Just one thing quickly, I forgot to mention when we're talking about scoring about just putting a pattern into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down and put a line down there and maybe another one up there, and then coming down from that line some vertical lines like so, and just again score a wood grain pattern in, just so you got some sort of detail in the ends here. And next up, what we want to do is create the sort of hinges and lock. For these, you're going to need some small bits of card. I've lost one bit already, which is awesome. Here we are. So 2 squares, if you like so. These are really small. If you can see, this is a centimetre square, so about half a centimetre sort of squares. This is going to be the lock, so it's a bit long, same sort of width, but a bit longer, 3/4 of a length of a square. Now for the hinges, what you want to do is fold them in half. So for this, find it easier just to bend them around something. It'll have to be a super good fold, just so they're slightly curved. These are going to be your hinges. Like so. Now, the lock, what you want to do is just sort of angle in towards one side, so, or really you can make it any shape you want, but it's the look I've gone for here. So it sort of bevels in, and then what you want to do is put a little hole in. This is going to be where the key is going to go. A sort of almost a small pill shaped hole. So I find a sculpting tool is great for this. And if you're really clever, you can sort of try and make it bigger at the top than the bottom. Hopefully you can sort of see that there is a hole there. And all that's left to do is just to super glue these in place. So okay, so for the locks, where you going to want to hinges even, all you want to do is some blobs there, and this way you're going to get again super glue all over you. Just put the side that bends over into the glue, so, and then the lock just put here. Alright, so with the wider end at the top. Again, you might come up with your own sort of design for the lock. Like so, and that is your basic chest made. So now you've got your basic chest, you can sort of add a few details to it. One of the easiest ways to do this is just to add a bit more carding, just, you know, a bit going along top and bottom here. So you can see you've got a bit of, just so you can have a bit of individuality to the chest. Another thing you can do is add some rivets along the metal bars here. So how we're going to do this is get a plastic rod, like so, and just cut out little discs about 1 millimeter wide, like so. And then again, we're going to get super glue all over our fingers for this, but worth it, I hope. So all we're going to do is come in and just put bob on there, drop a thing. I'll probably do 3 on the front. My cutting's not very flat here. Oh, stick to the chest, not my finger. Yeah. So we're going to go along like so. Probably spend more time than me. I always say this when I'm building these things. Because we're trying to get things done on camera. We're not as doing it as quick as I could do. Yeah, so you're just going to go along there. So I'll carry on anyway and get one finished. And that's how it'll look like when it's all done. So we've got that sort of type, that type, and then a sort of one that has all of it on, all the extra detail on. And so all that's left to do now is to paint these. Leave them thoroughly dry first, because that is super glue. For painting, got one already done here. I'm going to undercoat in black, paint the wood a dark brown. So if you're Games Workshop-ing type style of paint, wine oxide, then dry brush the wood with a lighter brown, sort of Mornfang brown or Scrag brown, and then give it a brown wash, Agrex Earthshade. The metal, just any dark metallic with a black wash over, and you have something like this. So what I'll do is I'll let these dry and get these painted, and just have a look at all of them painted at the end. And here they are all finished. So we have our basic chest. So then we have a chest where we just put some bars across. Then we have a chest where we just put some sort of studs on. And then one where we combined everything. So you got the bars and the studs. So I look like with hinges. So there you go. And these quick, cheap to do. So you can, if you want some chests for your dungeons, or you know, even if you're playing a war game, these can be used for objective markers. Throw down on the board. Yeah, really quick and easy to do. Well, that's it for this video. Until the next one, guys, please take care.